What if I told you that behind the glamorous lights, behind the dazzling smiles, and behind the massive stages of the world's biggest boy band, there are hidden moves being made? Moves so subtle, so strategic, that even the sharpest fans might have missed them. Tonight, we dive into one of the hottest and most unexpected mysteries shaking the fandom right now. Why is Jimin still in New York while Jungkook has already returned to Korea? HYBE has finally opened up, but the story may not be as simple as it looks. And I want you to tell me, after hearing everything, do you believe the official statement? Or do you think something bigger is going on? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this is going to get dramatic. It all started when eagle-eyed fans noticed a difference in schedules. Jungkook, after wrapping up his US activities, was spotted back in Korea, greeted by flashing cameras and excited fans at Incheon Airport. The Golden Magne had been busy promoting his solo projects and attending events, but his return seemed rather swift. Meanwhile, Jimin, soft-spoken, angelic Jimin, remained noticeably absent from any Korean schedules. Instead, reports confirmed that he was still in New York. Speculations went wild. Was it personal? Was it business? Or was there tension brewing under the surface? HYBE, usually tight-lipped about private schedules, decided to address the matter after rumors began to spiral out of control. Their statement was straightforward on the surface, but, as with everything in this industry, fans are left to read between the lines. They claimed Jimin was staying in New York for ongoing work commitments and collaborations in progress. Simple enough, right? But here's the twist. Those words lit a fire of curiosity rather than calming it. Because let's be honest, this isn't the first time we've seen vague language from entertainment companies. Whenever phrases like ongoing projects and overseas schedules pop up, fans immediately suspect there's something much larger happening behind closed doors. And in Jimin's case, it's not hard to see why. Ever since he dropped his solo tracks that shook both Korean charts and Billboard, whispers of international collaborations have followed him like a shadow. Is it possible that Jimin is secretly working with a major New York-based artist? Could this be the build-up to a surprise drop that will explode across the global music scene? Some insiders suggest yes. There have been unconfirmed sightings of Jimin around New York studios. A few even claim he's been in meetings with producers who are known for crafting global hits. Imagine Jimin's ethereal vocals layered with Western pop or even R&B beats, an irresistible recipe for a track that could dominate charts worldwide. If this is the real reason he's staying back, then HYBE's vague explanation suddenly makes a lot more sense. But of course, not all fans are convinced. Some argue that if this were truly about collaborations, HYBE would proudly tease it to build hype, not bury it under generic wording. That leaves another possibility, one that fans are whispering about in private groups. Maybe Jimin needed time away from Korea. The pressure, the constant spotlight, the endless comparisons. Staying in New York could be a chance for him to breathe, recharge, and quietly prepare for the group's next chapter. After all, being a global superstar isn't just about the work we see. It's about maintaining mental and emotional strength in a storm of expectations. And yet, another theory rises, one even more dramatic. Some say the timing of Jimin's stay is no coincidence. With Jungkook's return to Korea making headlines, HYBE may be deliberately staggering the boys' movements to maximize media attention. Think about it. If both Jimin and Jungkook return together, it would make for one wave of news. But separating their schedules ensures the group stays in headlines longer, one member at a time, keeping fans hungry and the buzz alive. Could this be a calculated PR move rather than pure circumstance? Now, let's not forget the history. BTS members have often been at the center of speculation whenever their individual paths take unexpected turns. From solo debuts to sudden disappearances from the public eye, each move is dissected endlessly. And while HYBE has consistently emphasized unity, the reality of solo fame brings its own challenges. Jungkook's solo career has exploded with international recognition, setting a high bar. Meanwhile, Jimin's artistry has carved a different but equally powerful path. The two represent different shades of BTS's influence, and perhaps HYBE wants to spotlight them separately to strengthen both brands before they reunite. Still, there's something deeply personal about this mystery. Fans who follow Jimin closely know he has always carried himself with humility and grace. But they also know his sensitive side, his struggle to balance perfectionism with self-acceptance. For him, New York may not just be a workplace. It may be a space where he can explore creativity without the same weight of national scrutiny. And if HYBE is indeed protecting that space, then maybe their statement, vague as it sounds, is actually shielding him from unnecessary pressure. Yet, others are not satisfied. They demand clarity. They want to know why Jungkook returned and Jimin did not. And here's where things get even more intriguing. Some fans noticed that HYBE's wording didn't mention a timeline. There's no confirmation of when Jimin will be back. That open-endedness only fuels speculation. Is his stay short-term, or could he be preparing something that requires months in New York? Imagine a full album, a documentary, or even training for performances that will stun the world. The possibilities are endless, and HYBE knows very well that silence breeds anticipation. Let's rewind for a moment. Remember when BTS first broke into the US market? It wasn't overnight. It was the result of careful strategy, endless rehearsals, and bold collaborations. Could Jimin be retracing that path, this time on his own terms? If so, we might be witnessing the birth of Jimin's independent global brand. A move that could redefine not just his career but the legacy of BTS as a whole. But let's also consider the emotional angle, because BTS is not just a business machine, they are human beings. Fans worry about their health, their well-being, and their ability to withstand such relentless pressure. For Jimin to stay in New York while Jungkook returned might also reflect personal priorities. Maybe Jimin has connections, friendships, or even personal healing he's pursuing overseas. The company may call it work commitments, but behind those words could lie a much more human story, one that fans may never fully know. And here's the real kicker. Whenever there's mystery, there's fandom division. Some fans are defending HYBE, trusting the company's explanation and urging patience. Others are demanding more, arguing that vague answers only fuel unnecessary gossip. This clash of perspectives creates waves online, Twitter threads, TikTok theories, and endless debates about what's really happening. And you know what? HYBE is watching. They know that this buzz, whether positive or controversial, keeps their artists at the center of cultural conversation. So here we are, caught between official statements and unanswered questions, between loyalty and curiosity. Jimin remains in New York, his reasons wrapped in ambiguity, while Jungkook returns home, basking in the spotlight of his achievements. Together, their contrasting movements paint a picture that is as strategic as it is mysterious. Now the question falls to you. Do you take HYBE's words at face value, believing Jimin is simply working on exciting collaborations that will soon bless our playlists? Or do you suspect there's something deeper, a hidden project, a PR strategy, or even a personal journey that the company is trying to protect? Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain. The world is watching, and when Jimin finally makes his move, whether stepping back into Korea or dropping something entirely new, it will be seismic. Until then, we wait, we speculate, and we dream about what could be unfolding behind those closed New York studio doors. So what do you think? Is HYBE telling us everything, or just enough to keep us on edge? Share your theories in the comments, because this story is far from over.